Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be showing y'all how I wax and tint my brows. Quarantine got your girl out here looking crazy, so why not just go ahead and show y'all how I wax and tint my brows to keep them nice and full. So we are starting off with the Godfrey Tint Kit. I think I said it right, but I got this off of Amazon and I will leave the link in the description box. So it comes with a capsule in this little cup. So you just you take it apart and you just pour it in the cup, and then you take some developer. And I started off with 2 drops. And if it's not enough, just keep adding till you get the right consistency. You don't want it too thick and you don't want it liquidy. So in the middle, and you just want to keep stirring and stirring till it's all mixed together. And by the way, y'all, this little stick that I'm using, it came in the kit. So yep, I'm just gonna keep stirring it until I get it right and how I want it. So now I'm just taking a spoolie. I got this from my local beauty supply store because the kit in it comes with one, but you can use any spoolie. So, or eyebrow brush. So I'm just brushing my brows in place. Before I go in with the tint, I got my angled brush. So I'm just gonna take this and start applying the tint throughout my brow. I don't start directly in the front. I start kind of midway and then go backwards because I want the front to still naturally fade. So I'm just gonna apply this all over my brow. And I'm not using a lot of product because you don't want to end up with just dark brows. Like this shade, I think the kit is in a natural black. Yes, it's natural black. So I'm still applying it how I would want my brows to look. I don't want them painted on. That's just my preference. So I lightly stroke the product into my brow until it's fully saturated. And then I'm just gonna take the spoolie and just keep brushing the product through, and the spoolie helps to spread the product also. So if you feel like whatever you're using is not covering your brow, don't worry, the spoolie will brush the product through. So just keep doing that until you get your brow covered with the product, and then we're just gonna do the other side. So now that I have tint on both brows, I'm just gonna take this little applicator, and you can use a Q-tip, but this is just what I have. And I'm gonna wipe off any excess tint that's on my skin just by going around the shape of my brow. As you guys can see, my brows are starting to get darker, which means that the tint is processing. So I'm just gonna go back in with that angled brush and just fill in any areas that I noticed that were a little lighter. And then I'm just gonna let this sit for 2 to 3 minutes so that the tint can finish processing. While I was waiting, I decided to go ahead and wax my lip. This is the wax that I use. It is a sensitive skin wax. I will leave the name in the description box, but this is how your wax should look. It should not be super liquidy. If it is, that means that it's too hot and you can burn yourself. So make sure that your wax is not too hot. You can also do a patch test, and you can do this on the inside of your wrist to make sure that it's not too hot. And again, this is how your wax should look. Just nice and creamy, not too thick, but definitely not liquidy. When applying the wax, you want to lay it in the direction that your hair grows. So as you can see, I am smoothing it downwards. Then I'm just going to take a muslin strip and I'm going to place it over the wax, and I am pressing and rubbing on it because I do want the wax to attach to my hairs. So if you ever got your lip wax, you know that this mess hurts. It never gets any better. So I'm going to pull in the opposite direction that I laid the wax. And y'all, it hurt. I swear, I prayed so hard before I pulled that strip, and it still hurt. And I can't believe I've been out here walking around looking like a young man. But I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Again, you want to lay the wax in the same direction of your hair, and then you want to pull it in the opposite direction. Now that I'm done waxing my lip, I'm going to take some aloe vera gel and I'm going to rub this all over my lip area. Y'all, this is so cooling. It feels so good. So yeah, I'm just going to wipe this all over my lip. And then back to my brows, I am taking a wet cotton round and I'm just going to wipe the tint off, and the water helps to stop the process. So I'm just going to do this to both brows before waxing. And before we get into waxing, y'all, do this at your own risk. Don't be hitting me up and say, Kai, you made me mess up my eyebrows, or I'm out here, I ain't got no eyebrows no more. Do this at your own risk. I've been doing this for years, so I know how to wax my brows. So again, do this at your own risk. Y'all better not be hitting me up talking about I made your eyebrows come off. No, no ma'am. No ma'am. Do this at your own risk. So I'm just going to go in the middle and I'm applying this upward because I'm going to pull my strip in the opposite direction. Getting into these brows, I'm just brushing my brows in place before applying wax. So when you're applying wax, you only want to take a little bit. No wax should be dripping off the stick or anything like that. So you want to lay the wax under your hairline. All I do is clean my brows up. I don't go into creating a new shape or anything like that. So I just lay the wax directly under my hairline, and if it helps, don't get too close. I know where to lay the wax, so yeah. So now I'm just going to pull the strip in the opposite direction. And then I'm going to do the same to the back half of my brow. Again, I am laying the wax under my brow hairs. Do not go into your hair, y'all. That's where you will take off way more than you intend to. So yeah, just go under your brow hair. So waxing the top of your brows, you just want to do the same as you did on the bottom. And honestly, the top is just for making your brow look more clean and more precise. You really don't want to take any hair from the top because you get your shape from the bottom of your brow. Again, don't go into your hairline on the top, especially not the top, because it would just change the whole look of your brow and your face. So, yes, just literally just clean the top. So I'm finishing up the top of my brows. If you have any stickiness left over from the wax, you can use any oil, coconut oil, olive oil, wax removing oil. They will all get the wax off, so don't worry about that. So after that, I'm just taking some aloe vera gel and I am wiping over my brow the same way that I did my lip. Moving on to the next brow, I'm doing the same thing that I did to the first one. And y'all always keep in mind that your eyebrows are sisters and not twins. They are never going to look exactly the same, and you will stress yourself out trying to get them to look exactly the same. They are sisters and not twins. All right, y'all, so I'm just finishing up this last brow, and this is definitely a process you want to take your time doing. So get a magnifying mirror. That can be really helpful into helping you see everything. And I never have to trim my brows because I like my brows bushy, and besides, my hair is not crazy long or anything. So I don't have to trim my brows, or I really have to tweeze them either. And if you get a little red, that's normal. I get red, it goes away after a day or two. So yeah, that's it, y'all. That's how I wax and tint my brows at home. And yeah, so if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And I will see y'all in my next video.